Yeah, so my mother died 4 years ago, and we made peace with each other before she died.
What was the bottom of the relationship? Like where you were the most like kind of fuck off?
My mother was physically abusive throughout my childhood to the extent that there was times I went to the hospital with injury and had to say I fell off my bike, you know, like that level of. And I got two older brothers, and we all deal with it sort of.
It's like being in combat.
When we get together, we couldn't be three more different people, and we love each other, but we don't always all get along at once.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But we have love
from a family of 10.
Yeah,
so I get it.
Right. But when we do get together, it's like old war stories.
Yeah,
it's like we have a bond because of that lady that no one else quite understands.
Yeah,
our wives don't understand it and all that type of stuff.
Okay, so with the mom thing, how did you make peace with her?
Okay, so my mom. There was a lot of verbal abuse, but there was several physical. She would, if you did something wrong, she would let you think that everything was okay and that you weren't in trouble, and then she'd wait till you were asleep, and you could get woken up being slapped. Or she would go into rage and she would just like destroy your bedroom, just smash down the bookshelf and the wardrobe and the thing. So it was just like a pile of stuff. And you'd be like 6 or 7 years old, and then she'd go, clean this up. And it'd be like 4 in the morning. And that was worse than being hit.
Yeah, because it's totally confusing.
There was a panic, and you were asleep, and you were meant to go to school, and you were on top of this pile of just mess. And then she'd calm down. And she'd go, that's okay, you go to bed, Mummy loves you. And I'm sorry, Mum, I'm sorry. Like you were just so happy just to have that come back to you.
Yeah.
That she loved you. And then the next day that would be the cleanest your room would ever get, because she would have remorse, I guess, and have to clean up the whole thing. But she would just trash your whole space.
What do you think
She once hit me with a belt buckle end of a scout belt. They got like a real big thing, you know, that type of thing. And so I was a little angry with my dad for years for not physically stepping in, but he was just getting through it as well. But she was a school teacher at my school, right? So everything in my life is.
So you definitely couldn't tell the teacher.
Everything in my life comes from my relationship with this woman. Everything that I believe that's good. And I believe everything that or paranoia and self-hate or all these type of things comes from her as well, right? And so I don't believe I'd be as successful as I am without her. And I believe I wouldn't need therapy without her as well.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's a lot. So I'm really conflicted about even saying mean things about her now. Because she put a good work ethic into us.
Yeah.
And both me and my brothers are all successful, and we grew up dirt poor. We grew up poor, you know.
Yeah.
They're not making it dirt poor. But my mother was a casual school teacher. My father was a carpenter. And and my brother now is very high up in the police force, and my other brother developed shopping centers all around the world, great big shopping. Like, you know, we've all done all right for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know? And so all three of us credit her, and there wasn't an option for failure. And if you were a failure, you're a loser or this or that. She was very would get right into you, get into your psyche, you know, and tell you that you're a pet. And it was so weird because she was like 300 pounds and she didn't move, and it was this big fat lady that would take up the whole living room. Right, always fully reclined in this little tiny living room, like the lazy boys fully reclined in this little living. And Hank's mother, Kate, she met him. My wife never met her, but Kate was like, "Why are you so scared of this man?" She goes, "Why are you so scared of this lady who can't move?" And then when she said that, I was like, what am I scared of?
Yeah.
She was like a Bond villain that controlled everyone's life from a chair with disappointment and and everyone so eager to please. You know, my father's one of the funniest people I've ever met. I'm including other comedians. And, but he gets into a room and you don't know he's there type of thing.
Right.
My mother has all the stage presence in the world and nothing to say.
Yeah.
And so it could have gone the other way.
Right.
Could have gone the other way, right? My mother, I swear to God, if she walks into a room, everyone shut up. But no matter what the room, just sort of a bit scared.
People that don't know her.
Yeah, people that don't know her. She had a presence about her that she stopped everything. If you're at a dinner party and then my mother would go, I have a joke. And you go, and everyone would put down their cutlery.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Yeah. She had that going on.
I mean, my first thought is, how did it affect your relationship with women? Are you like very docile?
So I've said some misogynistic things on stage, right? Oh God, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this.
Yeah.
Okay, I've said some misogynistic things on stage, and obviously, I mean, I'm joking about that. You know, I'm telling jokes. I don't believe all of it. You know,
right?
But my abuser was a fat woman.
Yeah.
To this day, when I meet fat women, I do have a little bit of trepidation.
Yeah.
About it. I have a little bit of PTSD. I have a stereotype that is not completely fair, and it's my problem, right?
But totally understandable.
But if you met a woman who was abused by a father and he had a moustache and he was abusive and all that type of stuff, he wouldn't want to marry a guy with a moustache.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I'm at with the whole thing.
So you have to marry well-weighted women, like the correct weight. You have no choice.
Look, I know I'm in trouble already.
No. But what you've just said in reverse, everyone is on their side.
Yeah.
But if a woman says, I don't want to marry a guy with a mustache.
The abusive relationship. Okay, so my auntie was also a big fat woman, and my cousins had problems with their mum. You know what I mean? They were both pain in the ass human beings.
And piggeries.
Piggeries. And so that's the whole thing. That's part of the reason as well that I have to fast, because if I dislike, I can't get fat, right? Because
then you're just as guilty as
then I'm her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's,
what about relationships beyond the size thing? Like, if a woman severely abused you.
The worst thing I can say to my wife in an argument is, "You're just like my mother."
Yeah.
That's like if I'm really digging in the heels in an argument.
Yeah.
If we get into an altercation, I say, "Oh, you're just like my bloody mother." The things you say like that. She's never met my mum, but she knows fight's on if I've said that.
Is that?
And my mum's name was Carolyn. And my 11-year-old's very funny with his mum, right? If his mother gets all worked up and angry at him or something like this, he'll go, "All right, Carolyn." It's like,
great.
She's become like synonymous with like painful people.
So when you say, why would you say that to your wife?
If we're having an argument and she said something I'm very sensitive to words that are said to me. I'm like, I have a thick skin when it comes to like sort of stand up. I'm confident enough in the knowledge that I'm funny that if you tell me I'm not funny, I don't give a fuck what you think. If you think I'm not funny or that you don't think I'm the best comic in the world or what, I'm all right with that. But you can hurt me pretty easily if you know me and you're my wife. You can.
She knows where to.
She knows. Yeah. But my wife's a wonderful person. She's. You marry into the family, right? And it's like, I have like these new people in my life that I never thought I'd have. A mother-in-law that I adore. I adore my mother-in-law. I talk to my mother-in-law on the phone quite often.
Just kicking it. Yeah.
Well, also my mother-in-law is only like 9 years older than me or something. You know what I mean? So it's we're close enough in age that it doesn't, but me and her, we chat and stuff like that. I like when she comes and stays in the house and all that. I kind of enjoy that.
I'm still curious as to how, were you afraid of women? Do you think the mom made you more misogynistic?
So my mother, so when I heard her car pull up every day, my body shivered, like it was filled with fear.
Yeah.
To this day, if I hear a car pull up and a garage door making that noise, I go, because I assume the fun's over or I'm in trouble or whatever. So the Tesla has really changed my life. I've got a lot less fear now on a daily basis.
Like, of your wife, girlfriend, it would the same if you...
If I heard the car pull up, I would still, my initial reaction would be fear.
And how long would it last?
Oh, it wouldn't be a few seconds.
Okay.
A few seconds. You go, okay, I'm okay. I'm okay, right? But as a kid, it would be like I was running around trying to cover up whatever I'd been doing
and even
wrong.
If it was fine, And
I was always thought I was a real bad person as a kid. My mother, and I look back, I was a pretty nice kid. I was a pretty gentle kid. I didn't get into too much trouble at school. My grades weren't good or anything, but I think I would have had good grades if my parents didn't make us all. My parents were more into us working than how we did at school, having an after-school job. I was working at McDonald's for like 25 hours a week, and then my parents were like, why haven't you done your homework? When? Like, I'm fucking 15.
Yeah.
I'm trying to kiss girls, go to school, and, that's all I'm up to. I haven't got any other time to, get in any other trouble. So what did you ask, sorry?
The question was, how did it affect your relationship with women?
I've gotten better over the years, and with therapy, I've definitely gotten a lot better with the. I had an unjust opinion on women, especially when I was in relationships, that they were bullies. That they were always trying to put me down or stifle me or something. And sometimes I need to be told off if I'm acting like an idiot or something. It wasn't that they were doing anything wrong. They were just, I wasn't being a very attentive boyfriend or a good husband or whatever. And so I have several times flipped an argument and just gone, you're gaslighting me like my mother did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the term gaslighting is well overused.
I think I agree with you.
Well overused.
We're on a journey with gaslighting.
You're gaslighting. Maybe it's something that person needed to bring up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not gaslighting. Maybe that was something that's been playing on their mind that they want to resolve with you.
Yeah. Hey, did you like that? Did you like that? Yeah. Did you like it, though? You want more? Don't want to work? Would rather watch videos of me grab-assing with people? First of all, go up here to subscribe, and then go up here to watch more clips. This is like when the weatherman says that there's a high-pressure system coming in. I'm not really used to the green screen.